Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. It is Tuesday morning. It is extremely cold here. The wind is howling, if you hear the wind, and my window rattling. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, make sure you subscribe down here after you watch this video or before, so that you can get all kinds of content similar to what we're going to talk about today. And if you are interested in following me on social media, check my description below. So yesterday we did a video about Farrah, and the video is actually doing really well. And anytime Farrah's on this channel, people are she's a very, people love to talk about Farrah. Let's just say, if it's not one thing she's doing, it's another. And she definitely has a lifestyle that has a lot of people like questioning some of the choices she makes as a parent, and the fact that her daughter goes along with her on a lot of these activities. So imagine my surprise when I'm watching TMZ Live and I noticed that they have a interview with Farrah. And so I jump over to the TMZ website, and it is so classic. So she's outside of some restaurant and she's waiting for a valet to get her car. And they're asking her about whether or not her recent escapade on the yacht is, people are criticizing the fact that Sophia was there with her while she was doing it. Now, if you are not familiar with what happened, I did a video about it yesterday, but basically what happened was she was on a yacht with AJ, owned by, I believe, AJ McLean. She thanked him from Backstreet Boys. And she was with this guy named Thompson, who is a classical violinist who does videos with women that work in the adult industry. And she was wearing a red bikini, she said, but it definitely was not anything that you would find at the surf shop, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it looked more like something you'd find in your bedroom intimate section. And anyways, she tells TMZ that she has been shamed as a mother. In fact, she has been sex shamed, and she has been her whole adult life, and that she and her daughter live in a very close quarters and are freely open, okay? And that she is a very good mother with people. People on Instagram are like, is Sophia the one filming it? Well, Farrah says this was a big yacht, and Sophia was doing her thing and she was doing hers, and she's not ashamed to do this kind of stuff around her daughter. And she was like, it was the most bizarre. Her rationalization for this was she doesn't understand why anyone would think this was a bad thing, because she's young, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. She said that. She's beautiful and gorgeous, has a great body, and she would be silly not to share it with everyone. And very Farrah, right? And as they're talking to her about this, she seems almost agitated that they're even suggesting that what she did was, at all inappropriate, stating that her daughter is always with her, is very well cared for, and that nothing happened that, was too bad. But the funniest part, she said, in this entire interview was she's talking about how, there's people in Hollywood and, in the entertainment industry that do a lot of crazy stuff. Sorry, I have a cold. And she says, I just live my life more conservatively than a lot of people. And I was like, really, Farrah? Interesting. Have you looked at your Instagram? Now, again, I'm not at all like saying that what she's doing is wrong. It's just the context of the fact that her daughter was there. And that's the thing that has people frustrated, because she's consistently bringing her daughter to these events that are outside of her maturity level. And people are concerned that she's exposing her daughter to people and to situations that are too mature for her age, that maybe some of the people that she is exposing her daughter to could potentially be interested in things. Now, there's never been any sort of indication that anything has happened to Sophia. Just be clear there. That doesn't, so, but people do worry about that, being that she's consistently in these very mature environments with her mother. So when she said that she lives her life more conservatively, I was like, compared to who? Like, who are you living your life more conservatively than? Because most of my friends that I live with in the Midwest, and even my friends that live in LA and California, are certainly not doing what she's doing with their children involved. But then it was really weird, right? She's talking about this, and then she starts talking about how Sophia has BO and armpit hair. So in one breath, she's like saying it's not a big deal. And in the another breath, she's almost trying to like justify that her daughter has now started puberty. So, you know, it's just a natural thing for you to have your mom and your daughter experiencing these things together. If I was Sophia, I would be so embarrassed if my mom was on TMZ talking about my body odor and my armpit hair. Like, no one needs to know that she's going through puberty. It's like already such a sensitive time for girls, and it's such a hard time for girls because everything changes. So then to have your mother publicly out you, I would be so humiliated. But I'm starting to learn, well, I've actually already known this, that in her world, like, no matter what anyone says, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if you think that what she does is wrong, because she has somehow justified all of these behaviors as everyone else making a big deal out of nothing. Even though she's showing a pattern of doing things with her daughter that are not necessarily age appropriate for her. And no matter what anyone says, she can always find a way to spin it as though she's this perfect mother, which I don't think, you know, I don't know what happens behind closed doors, but what we have been noticing in the last 6 months of covering her is that she's really been pushing and thrusting Sophia into the public eye. She has her doing a, no. She has her doing a TikToks and has her doing YouTubes, and she's trying to make Sophia a model and a celebrity. And now, if this is what Sophia wants, yes, but she's 10. Like, most kids want to be famous. So does Sophia, is she prepared to understand the things that she's seeing? Is this, you know, what kind of like normalization is this to her? Is she being too desensitized to this kind of stuff? Is that going to lead to issues down the line with her own behaviors because of the types of situations and scenarios that she continues to find herself in with her mother? These are the concerns that people have as fans and have known her since she was on Teen Mom OG. And there's this issue of, she keeps saying that people are criticizing her for her choices to do adult work, which is not what people are doing. I think what people are saying is that there's a time and there's a place, but to her it doesn't matter. But when she said, okay, my daughter is going through these changes, I'm freely open with my daughter, meaning Sophia probably sees everything, which again, I don't know what your thoughts are with all of that, but it's at a certain age, typically there needs to be elements of privacy so children can learn proper boundaries. So I'm going to link the full interview with Farrah in my pinned comments, and you can tell me what your thoughts are of what she had to say about her parenting. Do you think that people are making a bigger deal than it is? Do you think that it's her being criticized for doing work that's not necessarily mainstream? Or do you think that the people that are making these criticisms are actually justified in having some concern about what this girl is being exposed to? Okay? So that's what I want to know in the comments below. And before we go, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, as well as let me know in comments if there's other topics you want to hear about. And then check out my social media below, since if you're having trouble getting notifications. And if you missed my interview with Amy Duggar King, make sure you check out the video. I spoke with her over DM and shared my conversation in a video I just uploaded about an hour ago. Okay, you guys, I'll be back in a little while, and I will link the video so you can watch it. All right, you guys, bye.